9th, 2023, his final game.
That's the top.
Jets believe that they are a legitimate contender with the group that they've assembled and what the 53-man roster is going to look like on Tuesday. Codrington, the return man, after the punt by Gillen, had 2 long returns last week, and there he goes. Codrington brought down across the 40-yard line after the 46-yard kick. The rookie out of NC Central with another nice-looking return. Let's go downstairs. Jets team reporter Caroline Hendershot.
Ian, last year, defensive lineman general, he's just glad to be back with the Jets and to be able to live out his dream with his stepfather living through him.
Yeah, Caroline, thank you. As Martinez hooks up with Brownlee over the middle. Holmes, part of that group, Peter, that you talked about earlier. Depth and versatility. Caroline mentioned it. Played inside last year. They've worked him more on the end. Again, the absence of Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, and you've added guys like, McKinley, of course, and there's Kinlaw. There's so many other first-round talents that you don't want to lose guys like that. And what a story from Caroline. That was great. Did not know that. First down run.
Abaniconda rips through an arm tackle, and he's gone.
Okay, Brooklyn.
Izzy Abaniconda. Brooklyn is in the house for the touchdown.
Izzy's read quite enough of your tweets about Braylon Allen, folks. Let me make my play. Let me have my night.
That's a 45-yard rip by Abaniconda. Giants had a chance to bring him down on a couple of occasions.
Tremendous run.
Extra point coming for the Jets. It is Zerline to do the honors. And a 10-0 lead for the Jets. 5th down run for the Jets. It is Zerline once again to kick it off. 2 returners back for the Giants.
They did a touchback last time. Let's see what they do this time. Touchback.
Over the head of Asante. And no return for the Giants. Downstairs, Otis Livingston.
All right, guys, I'm joined by Jets tight end Tyler Conklin, 3rd season with the Jets. And when you look around this offensive room or the side of the football, how much talent do you guys have over here?
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere, right? I think the defensive side of the ball, obviously has proved the talent they have and what they can do as a unit. But, I think the huge thing is really the offensive line, right? What they did with bringing Tyron in, John Morgan, just the camaraderie and the brotherhood that offensive line has right now. Obviously, we know how good Garrett and Brees can be, but I think the cool part is they're so young. People forget how young Garrett and Brees really are, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see what they can do this year.
Exciting also to have your QB1 back. 4 plays into last season, we obviously know what happened, but how nice is it having him back and having everybody feed off of his energy and his competitiveness, and of course gives a lot of guys confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like having Aaron back out there. I think obviously it was terrible what happened last year, but I think the silver lining of it, I guess, is right. We had all last season in a sense with OTAs and camp to kind of learn everybody being in a new system, learn him. Then this year we're on the system again for the 2nd time, and we could really dive into kind of understanding the way he does things at the line of scrimmage with the snap count, all the different unique things that he does that makes him so special. I just really think that the extra time with him that we kind of got taken from us last year, we kind of got it, in another offseason with him. So it's going to be really exciting to be out there and be able to play the Hall of Famer like him.
A career high 621 yards last season. Being thrown the football from guys not named Aaron Rodgers. No shade on them, but do you ever dream about what this could be this year for you as far as getting in the end zone, as far as yards, and as far as helping this offense even more with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I mean, I do think for me, I want to take the next step in my career, right? I want to go out there and chase a Pro Bowl and do those things. And obviously having someone like Aaron back there to throw me the ball gives me a great opportunity to do that, right? It also helps to have people out there like Mike Will, Garrett, Allen, Brees. We got a lot of people you got to worry about on that offense. You can't guard everybody.
All right, best of luck this season,
I appreciate it.
All right, Ian, back up to you.
All right, Otis, thanks so much. Background in basketball for Conk. Division II Northwood, and then transferred to Central Michigan to play football. But you'll see those basketball skills utilized in box-out situations.
You know who he mentioned that I was like, Alan Lazard.
Yeah.
We had quite a conversation with the coaches about Alan Lazard, and that's a guy that not a lot of people who watched the Jets last year would say was a tremendous first season. But Ian, the team is as high on Alan Lazard as I've ever heard them, and it's another guy, another weapon that not a lot of people are talking about with this Jets team.
Flag down after the catch by McKenzie, 13 yards. It is not going to stand.
Illegal formation. Number 89 was covered up on the line of scrimmage. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Yeah, it's the former Philadelphia Eagle tight end, Jack Stoll. More on our conversations, coaches, and Joe Douglas in regards to Alan Lazard. Joe, in particular, made a point to say, hey, guys, I think this is going under the radar. Lazard has had an unbelievable offseason. He's so smart. He's so motivated. And he blocks his butt off. DeVito to Isaiah Hodgins. And another flag on the play. Hodgins with a clean catch at the 42-yard line. DeVito indicating it's going to be against the Jets.
Prior to the pass. Holding. Defense. Number 37. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Quantez Stiggers.
Stiggers has a pretty cool story. If this is the first preseason game you're watching or you're jumping in, it's one of the most unique NFL paths and journeys you will ever find.
He was playing fan control football. Somebody noticed him in that. CFL scout signed him. He ends up as the most outstanding rookie with Toronto in the CFL. And then the Jets notice him and draft him in the 5th round.
The Toronto Argonauts, folks. That's where they found him. He has never played college football, Quantez Stiggers, and he was drafted this year.
Down goes DeVito. Zaire Barnes putting pressure. And then the finish there by Taylor. It's a loss of 9.
More on Stiggers if you're listening. I mean, hey, East-West is an all-star game, the East-West game, and Eric Palco puts that on. Those guys do a fine job. But he was the best player on the field. The Jets couldn't deny it. They drafted him in the 5th round. Did not play college football. Insane story. And he's been great all summer.
Really smart. He's been a sponge. He told us that he's just taking it all in. He's got great guys to learn from in Sauce and Reed. DeVito dumped again. Jets continue to put pressure. Braden McGregor, who's been a standout as an undrafted free agent from Michigan, makes the play for the Jets.
McGregor, a national champion last year, makes the play here. Taylor with the push from the inside. These are young guys, 2 undrafted rookies combining for the sack of Tommy DeVito, who was starting games late in December last year.
From Cedar Grove, facing a 3rd and 26.
More
DeVito.
Jets.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. McGregor.
Look how happy Salah is. I love this.
They have not contained the defensive front. And the Giants, 4th down, 4 sacks for the green and white.
Look, it's the strength of their team, right? On any game, on any week. I mean, when you got Quinnen and you've got all the different pass rushers, these are the players that are undrafted stepping up. So the depth for that Jets at that position is so, so strong. Some decisions are going to have to be made after this one.
Jamie Gillen. High kick from the Scottish Hammer, sailing. Codrington's got some room to work with from the 25. Codrington. He gets stopped at the 30-yard line, and that's where he's going to mark it for the Jets with a flag down on the far side of the field at the 37. A 57-yard kick and a 5-yard return. Jack Stoll with the special teams tackle. And another Giant injury on the punt. So Allen trying to sort out the penalty on the play. Agofu is the injured Giant.
There are 2 fouls, both by the receiving team during the kick. Holding. Receiving team, That penalty is declined. Holding, receiving team number 16. That penalty is enforced at the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
Penalty on Brownlee. Ogofu got up on his feet and walked off to the Giants sideline. Jets have celebrated what they've done defensively. Tommy DeVito just pleading his case. 15-yard line. Abanaconda had the long touchdown run. He remains in there for the Jets. Martinez in the air. So Zach Kuntz, big tight end out of Old Dominion, transfer from Penn State, picks up 9 yards on the play.
Another guy who's been with the Jets now, second year here. It's a dude who can do the high jump, the long jump, one of these track athletes, absolute freak athletic specimen, but that's a crowded tight ends room, so we'll see how it plays out for him.
110-meter hurdles, his specialty in high school. He's huge, 6'8", 251 pounds. From Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. Second down and 1. Running play of Abanaconda. He's got the first down. Hit at the 28-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup for Abanaconda. One injury update just for Giants fans to keep tabs on. John Michael Schmitz, their starting center, was playing here, trying to get him a little extra time. He is out with an ankle injury.
That's got to be very distressing if you're a Giants fan. That's their starting center for week 1. That's the projected starter. He's playing in the 3rd preseason game and leaves with an injury, and we hope he's going to be okay. We'll get further information as the game goes on.
8:50 to go in this first half. New set of downs for the Jets to work with. Extended action here for Abanaconda.
And Martinez throwing the ball. He's got him. Oh.
Over the outstretched arms of Kuntz. Incomplete. There was an opportunity there for Martinez. We asked Martinez, all right, Aaron Rodgers, what has that been like?
That's right. And it was just like, this is a guy who comes in, just got there late July, soaking it all in every last second he can as he's in this Jets quarterback room with 2 very, very good NFL players. There he goes. That's the feet I was talking about. He can run.
Martinez. He could not make the defensive back miss, Mario Goodrich. So he took the brunt of that hit after the 2.5-yard gain. When we asked him about Taylor, he said, there's just an impressive level of professionalism. Every practice, every meeting is important, and you can feel that. And that is quite a lesson to learn if you're a young quarterback.
Absolutely. And, you know, Martinez, this is a guy who was a very, very highly recruited high school player and was the first freshman in Nebraska history, true freshman, to start week 1. He eventually would transfer to Kansas State. But this guy has played a lot of football and has been through a lot already, and he's trying to make the most of this moment.
3rd and 8. Martinez.
I like the legs, man.
Tuck and run. Martinez.
Look at him go. Go!
And then some.
Look at this.
Martinez barrels into his own man downfield at the 50-yard line. That's a first down. 20-yard scramble for Martinez. Breon Borders eventually got to him.
He's got this ability. When the play breaks down and he's off schedule, it's like, all right, go, do your thing. Some of that's natural, some of that's great blocking downfield, and then this spin here, are you serious? Nice.
We asked him about the dynamic between him and Andrew Peasley. It may not be a spot on the 53, but it could certainly be a practice squad spot for the 3rd quarterback. And he said, look, none of us are new to the idea of competition. We've had to all do it before. He said Andrew has been great to work with. Handoff, Valladay, and falls forward into Giants territory after a 3-yard pickup. It's part of the deal.
Yeah.
You know, your teammates, but you're also battling for a spot for your career, trying to impress people around the NFL. Martinez said that Peasley was here before him, and you know, obviously he can go one of 2 ways. Peasley was an open book, answered any questions, shared information. You know, they're both trying to make a career for themselves in the NFL.
It's no secret that there's a good chance it's one or the other in a lot of ways. And he said Peasley was nothing but cool because he was here during OTAs and was willing to share and spend time with him. So you got to respect that from Peasley's standpoint. Good play there by the Giants D.
2nd and 7, and it's Casey Rogers that envelops Valladay at the line of scrimmage. So it's a loss of 2. Defensively, Giants are going to look different this year. Not necessarily personnel-wise, and of course the big one, Brian Burns, coming over to the Giants in that deal with Carolina. But defensive coordinator Shane Bowen is now in. Wink Martindale moving on, is now the defensive coordinator at Michigan. Bowen comes over from Tennessee, and a very different approach, not blitz heavy.
No, and that was the thing, you know, for all of the great moments that the Giants had with Wink as the defensive coordinator, it was blitz, 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 blitz. Here's Brownlee, right?
It is Brownlee on a 3rd and 9. He's not going to get to the marker, and the Giants hem him in, setting up 4th down after the 6-yard pickup. Darian Beavers, the linebacker out of Cincinnati who transferred from UConn, makes the stop.
Shane's defense, if you're a Giants fan, it's a little different. It's complicated. You have to learn it. But they have a very good front 7 too. Their question is defensive backfield and how that's going to perform. And one of the reasons Shane Bowen was brought in is that it's very good with that group as well.
They are going to go for it here on 4th and 3. Valladay in the backfield. Shotgun for Martinez. Trying to convert. Martinez in the pocket. Throws. Incomplete. He was looking for Brownlee. Giants defense holds up. Borders there defensively. And the Giants have another injury to deal with. A member of the secondary is on his back for Big Blue. It's Mario Goodrich. Medical staff is out there. 3-yard line. DeVito has dropped back to pass 7 times. He's been sacked 4 times. Back to the ground game, and Dante Miller.
Okay.
He was not going to go down. They'll give him forward progress for a gain of 2, and Aguavin was not going to give up on the play.
No, Aguavin was going to keep going, and he celebrated as if he sacked him, so that's good.
Down to 4:37. Clock is rolling here in the 2nd quarter. Giants will be hosting Minnesota week 1, then at Washington week 2. DeVito.
Nice pass and catch.
Hooks up with McKenzie for a 1st down into Jets territory. That covers 10 yards.
Again, Isaiah McKenzie has played in huge NFL games. Was with the Bills, like peak Josh Allen the last couple of years. Now fighting for a roster spot here with the Giants.
In at the center spot is Austin Schlottman. He's played with Denver and Minnesota in his 7th year. Miller gets the call up the middle for 6. Tenzel Smart, the veteran, and one of the stars of last year's edition of Hard Knocks, makes the play.
Yeah, and again, another defensive lineman for the Jets. Tenzel Smart is a guy who's on Hard Knocks, yes, but can play, and add him to the list of, what, 10 other names we've mentioned.
Miller stays in there. 2nd down and 4. Under 4 minutes to play. 1st half. Fake it. DeVito is on time to McKenzie. They have a nice little thing going right now as Kendall Sheffield ranges over to push him out of bounds. It's a gain of 5.
Looking at the Giants wideouts, right? You got Hyatt and Slayton, Wandale Robinson, Neighbors, Miles Boykin, Hodgins, Robinson, and McKenzie, and then you've got a couple other guys that are going to see tonight. But there's a lot of names on that depth chart. Speaking of one,
Allen Robinson. Giants with a little trickery on 1st down, and that turns into another 1st down for Big Blue.
bounced around the league, and now he's trying to fight for a spot with the Giants.
Pro Bowl in 2015, savvy veteran added to this group. Moving pocket, DeVito. He just flings it out of bounds, and
that guy almost caught him.
He could not handle it. That is incomplete twice.
Guys, now, come on, don't shame him here, guys.
It's not right.
He's just doing his job tonight.
He did everything right except catch the ball. Mike.
Craig, I'm sorry. Bill,
sorry.
What do we got? He's got a credential.
Sorry, bud.
QR code, the whole thing.
It's preseason.
Yeah, he'll have that in the regular season.
2nd and 10.
Nice play.
Jets ready for it. Leonard Taylor gets to Dante Miller behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Taylor's been everywhere this first half. I mean, you're talking about an undrafted guy out of Miami in a crowded defensive line room. Taylor's had a couple sacks. He's been in the backfield. Incredible work from him, undrafted.
And you know that Taylor and Watts have pushed one another. Two given Watts to pay him an excellent signing bonus, the biggest of any undrafted free agent at that position. Giants don't have to snap it. That's why there's no rush. They're going to let this tick down to the 2-minute warning and then face a 3rd and 13 when we come back to MetLife. Robert Saleh and the Jets lead the Giants 10-0.
The 2-minute warning.
Mary Calvi, John Elliott, Tony Sadiku. Weekday morning starting at 4:30.
Is a baseball player in my son's league, like maybe the greatest baseball player I've ever seen, the age of 8 and under.
Well,
so,
Raggy was also an excellent athlete.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
College football
All
player.
the other parents are like, is he really 15? No, he's 8. So Chris Raggy, Christian, we see you guys.
Birth certificates? Has it gotten to that
Can
level?
we get there?
3rd and 13 here for the Giants. 2 minutes to go. DeVito, a quick hitter, trying the catch and curl, and Hodgins is mowed down just across the 25. Jets have called the timeout. Trey Swilling with the tackle on Hodgins. It's a gain of 3. So they stop the clock with 1:56 to go in this second quarter. Field goal attempt coming up. And it is Jude McAtamney, the rookie out of Rutgers, part of the International Player Pathway program. He is from Northern Ireland. And this is a 43-yard attempt. McAtamney got him.
Make a Monday. No.
No. Well, it was good, so yeah. 16 on the practice squad, and then 1 reserved if it's part of the international program. 10-3, Jets on top of the Giants. Jets trying to wrap up the preseason with a 3-0 mark. Jets will be in San Francisco Monday Night Football to open up the season, then at Tennessee week 2, so back-to-back road games before hosting the New England Patriots.
Another road game after that, and then you get the Thursday night short week with the Patriots coming to town. So we'll see what happens, but that's a unique schedule to start a season.
McAtamney, booming kick. Codrington's going to take a knee, so no return for the Jets. And it remains Adrian Martinez's show, with Peasley expected to play in the second half at quarterback.
Martinez has put on quite a performance. I think that run was great. He's made a couple good passes, and really the game plan's been to run the ball, so there's only so much he can do. But when he's had that opportunity, I thought he's played really well today.
We asked him, what's the vision here? What do you want to accomplish? He said the operation is key. Smooth, breaking the huddle. Then it's about execution, decision making, just being a leader out there. Those were his key points heading into this preseason game number 3.
Again, every other draft pick, all these guys got there in April and May and OTAs. He got there late July, so he's still learning.
Hand off to Valladay, a blast up the middle, picks up 4 on the play. Jordan Riley with the tackle for the Giants.
If you're watching the wide receivers, Brownlee's out there, Corley's out there, so you still have some familiar names. Guys are going to likely play in the regular season.
Shotgun Martinez, pocket holds up. The dump off to Valladay.
Okay, they're moving the chains.
Good enough for a first down across the 40-yard line. Jets rush to the line of scrimmage. They pick up 7 yards through the air. We're down to 1:16 and counting left in this first half. Martinez, high snap, zips it, incomplete. Laying out for it was Lance McCutcheon, former Los Angeles Ram.
In the 2022 preseason, McCutcheon absolutely stole the show for the Rams. Came out of Montana State, had a couple huge games, made the 53, the most unlikely story, made it. And now he's onto this squad here. He's trying to catch on with the Jets. But McCutcheon was that training camp Cinderella story a couple of years back with the Rams.
Practice squad last year for the Jets and Houston. You mentioned it, the season accrued with the Rams. Martinez hits his man Valladay, works his way towards the sideline but didn't get out of bounds. Alex Johnson helped make sure of it. They did stop the clock, so the official determined that Valladay did carry himself to the perimeter and out. So the line of scrimmage is now the 46.
The previous play of the runner out of bounds is under further review.
Well, it's a debate now.
Yeah. We'll always remember
The landing zone berth. We still happening. This is a real reflection point.
I do want the chain gang guys in week 17 of this season, or to tip their cap and get a standing ovation from the crowd. If that's,
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Okay, Brad Allen.
So out of bounds is the call. Valladay got there. 1:02 to play in this first half.
All right, if you're watching at home, you're like, what are we looking for? Martinez is putting tape together also. So this is going to be something that his agent will have forever, this drive here, this 3rd and 5, and say, okay, look what he did in this preseason game. If another team is looking to add him to their roster if he's not with the Jets.
He is now 10 of 15 through the air. Hits Jason Brownlee for a first down grab of 7 yards. 50 seconds left in this first half. Now at the 47 of the Giants. Martinez, rush is coming.
Nice pass.
Sidearm pass. Valladay takes it across the 35, and a timeout called by the Jets. They'll have one remaining. Alex Johnson, the UCLA product, makes the tackle low on Valladay. 14 yards.
The second. It will be 30 seconds.
It's a great little sidearm
Reset the
pass.
game
I'll tell you,
clock.
quite a drive here by Martinez and the Jets. He went through the whole process with the Lions last offseason. So it's not like he's never been in an NFL room. It's not like he hasn't tasted. And then he didn't make the team. And he's dealt with that. He's dealt with that, and he's going to move on. And now it's like, all right, there's another opportunity with the Jets. I'm going to give everything I possibly can. And he's got this guy helping him along the way.
And you mentioned it. UFL experience, was the MVP, was the championship MVP with Birmingham. Martinez trying to drop it in the bucket. Deep ball, end zone. Knocked away. Incomplete. Brownlee with Holmes back there for the Giants.
Crowd wants interference here. This reminds me of when like Dion and Irvin were going at it in an NFC Championship game. Physical, 95.
Second down and 10. 27 seconds left. Martinez.
Use those legs.
Out of the pocket. Martinez will veer out of bounds for a yard. 32-yard line. Chased down by Benton Whitley on the play.
He led the league in rushing yards at the quarterback position, which is a pretty cool stat.
Ninth play of the drive on a 3rd and 9. Martinez. The toss over the middle to Valladay for a first down. Jets have one timeout remaining, and they'll use it here. 13 seconds on the clock.
Charge timeout. Jets, their 3rd and final. It will be 30 seconds.
Catch every touchdown, highlight, and all behind-the-scenes content on the New York Jets YouTube channel. Subscribe now for all access.
Jets looking for more. They've got a 10-3 advantage on the Giants. 13 seconds remaining with the Jets at the Giants' 15-yard line. End of the first half.
If you're wondering, the entire Jets sideline, the starters, all those guys, fully engaged in this. So everyone is watching and rooting for Adrian Martinez in the offense to get in the end zone here.
Martinez launches it out of bounds. 7 seconds on the clock. Brownlee the intended target.
Now here's a question. Do you even kick a field goal here, or do you just go for it the rest of the way and let him get some tape and try to do it? Or does the field goal matter and you get the practice in the field goal?
Yeah, they're going to try another play. Maybe
I'm
they
saying,
can get it off within 6 seconds and still have the 1 second left to kick the field goal if handled correctly. Martinez will have to be smart. If he starts running around and buying himself time, there will be zeros on the clock.
Let's see.
Martinez down to 5 seconds. Martinez, he skies this one through the back of the end zone. 2 seconds on the clock. Malachi Corley in the general vicinity in a matchup with Darnay Holmes. So now the field goal unit will come on for the Jets, take the 3 points and get out of here with potentially a 10-point lead.
That's the last we see of Adrian Martinez. I was very impressed. I thought he played very well. I was impressed by you, Ian. You didn't do one single "Yo Adrian" joke. It was good, man. It was good.
I had to fight every fiber of my being not to.
He resisted. If they were playing Philly, maybe.
And I'm thinking like, Talia Shire might be watching.
She could be here. She's one of the Coppolas.
Field goal.
Oh, no good.
Off the upright. Zerline missed it with no time remaining.
Gọi anh My thôi, cho anh My ăn, cho anh My ăn thôi. Anh My ơi, Thảo Nhi hư đấy, Thảo Nhi không ăn này. Cho anh My ăn đấy.
Anh My cứ ở hư, Thảo Nhi ngoan, Thảo Nhi ăn đấy. Anh My không được ăn đâu, tí nữa, tí nữa ông em cho anh My ăn cơm nhé. Chứ anh My cháo này là của em đấy. Anh My ạ. Anh bảo không. Em bảo My ăn. Anh My bảo vâng đấy. Anh bảo vâng. Em bảo My ăn.